Well, forensic analyst Phineas Masetla is expected to return to the witness stand in the High Court in Pretoria when the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial resumes this morning. Of course, 5 men are on trial for the murder of the soccer star in October 2014. This is at the home of his then-girlfriend's mother in Vosloorus, east of Johannesburg. Now, Masetla has testified about DNA evidence from various swabs obtained from the crime scene. SABC News reporter Sipho Kekana has been covering this trial. He joins us live now for an update. Sipho, a good morning to you. I think let's get a quick reminder of what we saw and heard come out of yesterday's testimony.
Good morning, lady. So you are right. Captain Masetla took to the stand yesterday to testify on the DNA swabs taken from the different spots within Kelly Khumalo's home in Vosloorus on immediately after Senzo Meyiwa was shot and killed. Also taken, some of the swabs that were also taken from the items that were found on the scene, and this included the much talked about Scotch hat that we were told that it came in being worn by one of the intruders who had dreadlocks and was wielding a gun, and also a crutch that belonged to Madala. So on those different spots and those items, there were DNA swabs that were taken for analysis, and Masetla analyzed those and made comparisons with the DNA swabs that were taken from the people who were in the house before the two alleged intruders came in, as well as the 5 accused who are sitting in the dock in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. He analyzed those DNA results, those DNA swabs, and then took those results and then compared them to find out if there was any sort of link. What was crucial, Naledi, that came out yesterday was when he said that that Scotch hat, which the court was told before that was worn by one of the intruders, the intruder who was shot and had dreadlocks. We were told yesterday that all the suspects were not linked, were not DNA linked to that particular hat, which was very crucial because we were expecting that the state was bringing this particular witness to try and link some or one of the people who are sitting in the dock, one of the accused, to the crime, and particularly to this particular Scotch hat. So what I can tell you right now is that what he said that from the results, the people that have been accused were excluded from that particular sketch hat, and then that's when Advocate Judge Baloy then intervened and said, let's park that, we will come back to that. And they started then dealing with one by one all the people who were in the house and the accused. And this is very interesting because that's when Masetla said in court that Longwe Twala, of the people who were in the house, Longwe Twala, Tumelo Madala, and Thokozisi Twala were excluded from all the DNA swabs that were taken from the house. And of the 5 accused number 1, Muzisi Bia, accused number 4, Mthokozisi Mapisa, and accused number 5, Fiso Kuhlentule, were also excluded from the DNA swabs that were taken on that particular day. Now, that then back to the question, what about accused number 2 and accused number 3? And we are now expecting that today, as court resumes, we are now going to hear more of that, because otherwise, if we are not going to be hearing more of all the 5 accused, then it begs the question, why did the state bring this particular witness if this witness is going to be exonerating the 5 accused? Because the state's case is that these are the 5 accused who took part in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. And the state we had expected would use this particular witness to try and place some of the accused within the house on that particular night through the DNA swabs. So as I'm speaking to you right now, there is no link at all between the swabs that were taken in the house and the 5 accused that are sitting in the dock at the moment.
Yeah, very, very interesting, Sipho. And of course, I think a lot of interest then to hear what else comes out of this testimony by Masetla. What are we expecting today?
So, like I say, Naledi, the two accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, and accused number 3, Mtobisi Mncube, were not dealt with yesterday. What Masetla did, he excluded accused number 1, number 4, and number 5. Now, there were questions about the accused number 2 and accused number 3. So we are expecting today that the state will try and now bring relevance to the evidence that is now being led by Captain Masetla, and address whether there were any DNA swabs that linked accused number 2 and accused number 3 to the crime that happened on that evening, or at least to some of the items that were found on the scene.